Brazilian Amazon. Places to visit in Manaus. The city of Manaus, Brazil's gateway to the Amazon. This is the capital of Amazonas, the largest state in the Brazil. It is the most attractive place on the continent to see the rainforest. Of course, do not think that this is such a primitive small town. Manaus is a fairly large city, with a population of approximately 2.5 million. It offers travelers places suitable for every budget in terms of accommodation, eating, and drinking. If you do not want to stay in the city, you can stay in a wooden lodge, jungle lodge, established on the forest edge and on the river banks. Pretty cool and luxurious places, like the Maldives Amazon Ranch. Manaus is a place preferred by tourist boats because it's a very important port city and because of its location in the Amazons. Apart from city trips, you have to make your trips to the Amazon forest with tour companies. You can't dive into the rainforest inside your head. Where's Manaus and how to get there? You can find direct flights to Manaus from many cities in Brazil, especially São Paulo, Rio de Janeiro, the capital Brasília, and Belém. You can also go to Manaus via Belém and other cities on the banks of the Amazon River by ship or ferry. If you expect sleeper rooms and luxury cabins on these cruises, let's say that this is a business age. Generally, everyone on the ship sets up their own hammock and uses it as a bed. You keep the ranks pretty often. Again, you can query the situation according to the city you're in. You may come across them, as some cities are located within the destination of large cargo ships or tour companies, large ships with berth. But the prices will, of course, be quite high compared to other ferries. The distance between regions such as São Paulo and Rio and Manaus is approximately 4,000 kilometers, and there is no road transportation options for now. Does it end though? The part of Manaus with the road connection is the city of Boa Vista on the Venezuelan side. If you enter the region from the Venezuelan side, you can reach Manaus by car via the city of Boa Vista and the Roraima region. Apart from this, there are fast or slow ferries to Manaus from every city with a connection to the Amazon River, including those in Peru, Ecuador, and Colombia. The weather in Manaus is always very hot and humid throughout the year. Therefore, you will prefer thin clothes. As such, as it's imperative that you take precautions against mosquitoes, the most troublesome situation in the Amazon. Things to do in Manaus. There are many different tour options for the Amazon rainforest in the city, whether daily, 3-5 days or longer. By the way, the native tribes visited within the scope of these tours are artificial places that are prepared purely for touristic purposes. None of them are members of the original Amazonian tribe. It is almost impossible to visit the real indigenous tribes in the Amazons. There are permits to go to and very difficult to obtain, and they live in isolated areas that require a guide. In any case, the natives themselves did not want to communicate with the outside world. If you do not intend to live in the Amazon for a long time, we think that a 4-5 day tour will be enough to experience the Amazon rainforest. These tours first start with the boats from the city of Manaus, then go to bungalow houses prepared in certain parts of the forest for accommodation. You stay in these houses throughout the tour. There are guided walking roads, river cruises, and activities such as piranha hunting. Every moment of the trip passes like a movie scene. It gives mixed feelings like Indiana Jones cruising on King Kong Island. One of the most special experiences of a person traveling the world will definitely be the Amazons. One of the most interesting places you should see in Manaus is the point called Encontro das Águas, where the waters of the Rio Negro and Solimões rivers meet but do not mix. Where you can go by boat and see, you can see that these two waters of different colors form a border without mixing for kilometers due to the difference in temperature and density. An amazing natural phenomenon. Anahuilhanas National Park, which contains more than 400 large and small Anahuilhanas archipelagos, is one of the most unique natural beauties in the region. The islands on the Rio Negro can be visited as a part of the tour. Here you can see and observe rare pink river dolphins and a wide variety of native birds. While there are such impressive Amazon rainforest tours in Manaus, it does not make much sense to recommend you to visit the city, but the Amazon Theater, Teatro Amazonas, is the place we can say to stop by while you're here. It is a beautiful building with a Brazilian flag pattern on the roof, both inside and outside. You can watch an opera or concert in the actively used theater. Also, the city in general is not very peaceful in the evenings. We do not recommend walking around with machines in your hand at late hours. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel, like the video, and turn on the notifications.